Hello students, welcome to LODLC lecture series on Eco 101 Introduction to Economics Study Section 3. The title of today's topic is the concept of optimal and equity equilibrium and disequilibrium. Introduction. One recurring theme of economic analysis has been the remarkable degree of coherence among the vast numbers of individuals and seemingly separate decisions about the buying and selling of commodities. In everyday normal experience, there is something of a balance between the amount of goods and services that some individuals want to supply and the amount that other different individual wants to sell. This study section will introduce you to the general equilibrium and also address issues like optimal and equity equilibrium as well as disequilibrium. Outline of study section 3. When you have studied this section, you should be able to 1. Explain general equilibrium, 2. Discuss Pareto optimal and equilibrium, 3. Explain equity and equilibrium, 4. Describe a market that is not in equilibrium, that is disequilibrium. General equilibrium. In economics, general equilibrium attempts to explain the behavior of supply, demand, and prices in a whole economy with several or many interacting markets by seeking to provide that a set of prices exists that will result in an overall or general equilibrium. Pareto optimal and equilibrium. Meaning of Pareto optimal or Pareto efficiency or Pareto optimality. Pareto efficiency can be defined as a state of allocation of resources in which it is impossible to make any one individual better off without making at least one individual worse off. Pareto frontier. In the figure 3.1 shown, shown on the slide above, the boxed points represent feasible choices and smaller values are preferred to larger ones. Point C is not on the Pareto frontier because it is dominated by both point A and point B. Point A and B are not strictly dominated by any other and hence do lie on the frontier. Next on our learning outcome is equity and equilibrium. Equity relates to how fairly income and opportunity are distributed between different groups in the society. Inequality arises in two main ways. 1. Inequality of outcome from economic transactions occurs when some individuals gain much more than others from an economic transaction. Secondly, we have inequality of opportunities, which occurs when individuals are denied access to institutions or employment, which limits their ability to benefit from living in a market economy. For example, children from poor homes may be denied access to higher quality education, which limits their ability to achieve higher levels of income in their future. The next on our learning outcome, which is the last learning outcome, is disequilibrium, that is markets that is not in equilibrium. In economics, disequilibrium describes the market that is not in equilibrium. The quantity supply is not equal to the quantity demanded at the actual price. Disequilibrium can occur extremely briefly or over an extended period of time. Disequilibrium is always due to the absence of prices adjusting to equilibrate supply and demand due to impediment of some sort. The nature of this impediment varies from market to market. Thank you for listening. We have come to the end of today's class. Hope to see you in the next class. Have a lovely day.